Hi, this is myself, Bill Kern again, and we're doing layer number 5 of this painting, and it's a forest trail, and the only thing missing is we have a little biker here. Let me put this down now so you can see this is where we left off before, and we're gonna sort of just fiddle here and there, improving the whole look of this one. Okay, I'm using I haven't dipped this in water yet. I'm just going to poke around and point to what I want to do here today. It looks pretty good. I want to do several things. Let's talk about the road. I notice the road here is a little more reddish than this. So I want to introduce this color by putting a little orange, I would say, into a gray mixture. And I think the orange and the gray mixture, you know, you just have to play around with it, will bring out a little more of this reddish clay. And I want to do some of the pebbles and all after. And I want to work on this darker version here along this area. So I want to play with this a little more. And also, this tree has some gray. I'm going to do a few things just to give some lighter grayish color to this area here. And I want to just play a little more with the greens. And I want to make this a little more prominent. If I put black like I did right here, they start to pop out more. And in this painting, some of these leaves pop out. Mine are a little different than that. I don't try to make it exactly like this, but I just give it the feeling of some larger leaves and then smaller ones, you know. So I'm just going to roam around with my eye. One thing I told Natalie here, who's filming all this right now, right behind my back, I'll wave right to her. Hi, Natalie, with my brush. I want to put a little bit of these watercolors, these lovely jade colors, and just touch a little bit here and there in these shrubs to show a little bit of lightness to the shrub, and that you can see through the shrub and see the water. So you'll see the effect of that when if I can build that same jade color and put it a little bit right in here. And I want to remember to put this a little bit lighter, this color. When light is coming down from the sky, higher up the sky is darker, and as it comes down to the earth, it gets lighter. So this is too dark. These colors are coming from high up, reflecting here. This is very technical, but so I won't make it white like that, but I'll make it very light here. So that's all today what I want to do on this painting. As far as the bike is concerned, if we have enough time at the end, I'm going to ask you to take a practice bit of material, whatever if it's canvas or even a piece of cardboard, and we're going to practice a little bit how to build this figure on the bike so that you have a little practice. Right now, I'm not going to use this brush. I'm going to use my old faithful splayed brush here, because I just want to build some green. I want to put some all the things I said, you know, I want to do various things here. So I'm going to use this brush and then whatever other brush I think I need. All right, so here we go. I'm dipping it in and just getting some. I think a lot of artists do that. They wet the bristles first and then just do that, and then it's easier later to clean the paintbrush itself. All right, so let's see if we can play with a little bit of the blue. So we need a little blue. We need white. We have a noisy cat here.
What's going on with him?
Bumpy wants. He's so demanding. He wants his treats all the time. And
oh yeah, he's an addict.
yeah, he's addicted. So I'm not sure what I got here. Let's just touch it a little bit. Yeah, you can see the blue there. I'm touching it very lightly. Let's put a little bit in here. What it does is it looks like it makes the branch coming across here not as full and heavy. Yeah. Yeah, there's an expression for this when they call it paint holes or something like that. And you just put holes in it. Oh, okay. Yeah, now it looks like you can see right through the branches the water there. So there you go. So I'd say that's a success. Okay. All right. So all right. Now let's I still have a little bit of blue, but let's do this area here that I said I want to lighten. I'm going to just take a little and I'm going to go, let's see. Now I'm going to totally take all the paint off this brush because I simply want to move it around without any more paint. We have enough paint. I just want to. A lot of this is just very delicate dabbing. And I like that it's a little blotchy. That's one of the words I use, which means it's pulsating a little bit. It's not just a flat color. I don't like flat colors. So, all right, I'm happy with that now. Good. So we've accomplished that. We've accomplished a little bit of lightening up the trees a little bit, just so now I'm going to use green, various greens. I want to put a few more light ones up here. All right, so I got some brighter greens now. And I think I'll put some more here. It's just lightly touching it. Now I'm running out of paint. Not really. I've still got some. Okay, we'll get some more. Let's see. We have all kinds, there's several colors. Real dark green, almost a black, and then an olive, and then a medium green, and now this is a lighter green. So this is really great because it's all different colors. I like that a lot. All right, I'm going back. You can see where I'm going on my palette. I'm taking it from a little bit of yellow and this bright green, and I'm just taking it here. So I'm taking another light, yep, and I'm just putting it in different places. Since I'm taking so little, well, hey, there's that, put the camera on that noisy cat right over there. Hey, Bumpy, I'm talking to you. Now he's coming over. All right, so I'm just gonna play a little more. Because every time I take some paint, it could be a little bit different. So the first dab, I see what it looks like. And this is nice. So I want to get a little bit of that one. Let's say it's right over here. All right, that I'm taking a little bit of yellow. Put the yellow there. And a little bit of green. Now there's going to be a fair amount on there. I'm going to just dab it here. See what I got here. Okay. Yeah. Scratch that around. And let me just take a little bit off there. All right, that's good. Okay, so where else do I want to go here? Maybe a little more here. All right, a little more there. Okay, so let me just put a little bit down there. Just touching hairs that are sort of splayed out. And one layer on top of it just makes it more complicated and more interesting. All these different colors. I like the grass that I've sort of stroked this way, so I'm going to do more of that. All right, that's cool. I'm just playing. Now I want to get a little more darker green. Now let me see what I got here. Let's put it on my thing here. All right, let's go a little dark here. Let's see. It's a medium colored green. Yeah, I'm going to wash the brush And I think I can use this brush for, we're going to do that, and we're going to do this now. Okay. I put it on and I rub it in. So look at that. It's looking like bark now. Natalie, that's like magic, isn't
I
it?
know.
Am I a magician here?
Doop-a-dop-bop.
Huh?
Doop-a-doop-boop.
Okay.
Bippity-boppity-boo, you know?
So, yeah. All right. How about some of the other trees? Why not this one a little bit? And a few of these. Just, yeah, I'll give a little bit over there too. Just a little bit of color to it. All right, so we're getting done. So I noticed when this dried, it dried darker again. I really want that to be lighter. I'm going to just all right, let's see if it, let's see, yeah, that should do it if it stays that color, but sometimes it changes color for various reasons. The surface underneath is not dry and they blend or whatever. Thank God I have a good index finger on both hands. It's just mostly my left hand. All right, I've changed to another brush here that I can make into a sort of into a point here at the end, which I want to use, and I want to do a pretty bright green here. Those are pretty bright, so I want to paint them to pop out. If it's too bright, I'll take some paint off that one. Can I borrow paint from you? Because you've got a lot of paint, so give me some of that paint. And this guy, we can make into a big one. And now I'm poking to spread the paint out, and it's all how you use the brush to make it more interesting. So I want these to pop brightly. Yeah. These will be probably the brightest. Now I'm dabbing, yeah, a little brighter than anything else. They're a different type of leaf. Okay. So let's talk about impressionism. An impression is what I do. I give an impression of this, but it's how far I go. I don't want it to look like a picture. I don't want to get anal. I'm just trying to give an impression. But some impressionism is very, very, very loose, and maybe I'll get there someday. But right now, I still like it to be fairly recognizable. Some extreme impressionism is barely recognizable. It's so, they call it loose is the word. So it wouldn't be as detailed as what I do. So I'm just following my own nature. I like something to look like something that you can visualize, but I like a lot of brush strokes. I like a lot of color. I like a lot of punch to the painting. Like I just punched that out, and I put some nice grass here, and I did some other things that all add to the painting. Now I'm going to work on the road, okay? I'm going to use this same brush. And if it doesn't work, I'll change to another brush. So one of the ways that you can learn to be loose is, I'll just show you right now. Watch me mix. So this is a warm brown. That's cool. And what I want is that path to be not as gray. You see, here's real deep gray. Here's a warmer gray. And here's this brown. I really want to have some of the reddish brown showing on that path. So let's say I'm going to take some of that. I'm going to mix it down here. I'm running out of places. So I'm going to take some of this down there. I'm going to take some, this is clear gel, which means it makes it a little more transparent. And, oh, I got some dark here. No, I didn't. A little bit, yep. Let me take some more of this. I need more room, Natalie. So I'll have to clean off some areas. All right, let's. All right, let me just throw some. So I'm gonna have some fun by being a little bit crazy here. I'm just gonna throw things around. Okay, that is way, way dark. All right, but way dark actually on the sides would be okay. So let's take some of it and put it over here. Okay? Because the sides are a little bit darker. And I'm just gonna swing that around. See, I can just be crazy. Let me go back to that dark again that I just mixed. And put some of it over here. I'm dabbing it into the weeds a little bit. Yeah, I like that. You see, I'm just ad-libbing because I found a color that's pretty dark, and yet this area here, right there, you see in the painting, Natalie, you can see it?
Yeah.
It wants to have some dark. All right, so I'm poking it on, not painting it. I'm just poking some of that dark because I want to have interplay, and some of that darks later will show some lights as well. And I notice up there it's dark too. Let's take some more of that and bring it up into here. Ah, yeah. And it keeps on running all down there. I'm just poking it on. if I go too far on the path, I don't care, because I can just change the color. So I'm just building some stuff here to make this road very much more interesting. And back there also, boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right. That's fine. I like it. I'm just going to, I'm stroking the brush just to, for that, just to give an effect here. All right. Now, yep, I want lighter, and I want to get some of that reddish color. Maybe I have to go to a real orange. Let's just take a little bit of it over there. Yep, there's an orange. Let's take some more of that. And since we're going to do multi-colors here, I'm just going to have some fun. Let's see what this does here. Zoom, zoom, zoom. I'm just flipping it on. Okay. Boom. A little bit over there, just a little bit. And we still need to go redder. Let's take that more. Let's see what this color is. That's redder. Okay, I'm dabbing it. Yeah, now that's, but lighter, which means a little bit of white. Now this is really light, but let's see. It can be really light, but you know what? I can paint it, and I'm just, you see what I'm doing with my brush? I'm just wiggling it. Why? Because I want free. I want boldness here in this, because it tails off there, so yeah. All right. I'm getting different looks. I want a little bit of that reddish brown now mixed in. Let's see if I can get some. You see this light area there? We're getting it. Behind it, this is quieter. I just made it quieter. Look at that. Now I need to give a little more white and blend it in. So I'm mixing the colors right there. All right. Later I'll put some shadow there. That's shadow coming off the bike. All right. But I've set up the nice light color there. And some of this light color is along here also. Yeah. So, and poking it is good because it shows some of the different colors here. I turn the brush on the side and all right, so, and let's see if we can create some pebbles. Pebbles from heaven. All right, we got a few pebbles here. And All right. I'm just doing stuff, right? You can do stuff too. Poke, create the impression of various things happening. How about a little more, just a little more white? Hey, okay. Well, a little lighter here. We want that. And this is light here. All right, I am playing around. All right, I'm going to take the white off. I think I've done a pretty good job with putting white pebbles. So now I'm going to, I guess I'll use the same brush. I can make this one splayed a little bit too. Just how I open up the brush. And I'm going to take some darker colors now. And go along here. The interplay of lights and darks. Now also I want to emphasize some of these plants, these leaves that I made, and the way I can emphasize them is putting dark right around them to have them really pop. Okay, I'll show you a little more. A little more here, and I'll put a little more right there. And now that pops out a little bit. It's just delicate stuff. But I'm putting some over here too. We're gonna have little pebbles and all. In the painting right here, you see there's a lot of mixture here. There's a mixture of the green on top, but below it there's different darks. And I'm taking a combination of black and brown. And I'm just touching it along there. All right, and I'm touching it out there too. If I do too much, I can come back and put more of the road color. You know, it's just, so if you overdo anything, it's okay. You can underdo it later. How's that sound? All right. So let's see, it's a little dark here now. Let's darken it up a little bit. Hi, Fan. Oh, good. Oh, look at how cute that is.
So cute. We love you, Vincent.
All right, so I'm just finishing up. Am I talking now?
Yep.
You can hear me? Hello, everybody. I'm just putzing around. I have a very light yellow green, and I'm just hitting a few things here and there. And let's see how I'll bring it out a little more. All right. There you go. I just using my finger to mellow it out there. I'm fiddling because I'm ready to say we're done. But I just love putting different colors in. And I say that's too strong, but now it's not. Now it's good. I like it. Okay, we are now ready for the bike. And so this is what I'm going to do. In the next one, since we've set the stage, we're going to do a practice bike first and then the real deal. And so collect for the next final level, collect something that you can practice on. So we'll do a practice one first, and then we'll do the real deal on this canvas afterwards, while it's fresh in your mind. So practice one and then the real deal. So get your canvas sort of ready by putting all the greens and the trees, and you can fiddle around with the road. Have some fun, throw some colors up and down the road. It can be variations of your own creativity, and you want to get some different colors in here, red and grays, whatever. So I'll see you in the final episode of Forest Trail, and we'll put the biker in. Thank you.